President Bola Ahmed Tinubu marked 3 years in office, defending his economic reforms and explaining how Nigeria avoided fiscal collapse under his administration. However, 3 years down the line, Nigerians remain sharply divided over the direction and impact of his administration. The latest abduction in Oyo State has marred the celebration of his 3 years in office, with some stakeholders criticizing the government's approach to insecurity. Well, joining us on the show to share his thoughts on why Nigerians should still trust Tinubu's administration is Bamidele Atoyebi, convener of the Bola Ahmed Tinubu ideological group. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the program today.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Atoyebi. Well, this is about the first time I'll be hearing of a group called Bola Tinubu ideological group. I don't understand. Sounds like some funny, mongrel ideological group. But maybe you will explain to us later what that means, what ideology we are talking about. But very quickly, on the issue of the achievements of the administration in the last 3 years, okay, the major concern has been the insecurity in the land. And we just spoke with the leader of the PRP, who in fact had been saying that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should resign because of the spate of insecurity. We have seen protests called out by the Nigeria Union of Teachers, protests in Oyo State, in Ogun State, in Sagbama, in Bayelsa yesterday. School children and their teachers went onto the streets, bring back our children, our teachers. The same in Federal Capital Territory and elsewhere. But you say, you score President Bola Ahmed Tinubu very highly, particularly on security issues. We would like to listen to you and your defense. And please, by the time you are summarizing, tell me about this ideological group and whether who is inspiring that ideology. Whether it's Nietzsche or Schopenhauer or Plato or Aristotle or Bertrand Russell or whatever ideological, Karl Marx or whoever is behind the ideology. You have the floor.
Good morning, Dr. Abati.
Go on, please.
Good morning,
go
Dr.
ahead.
Abati.
Mr. Atoyebe, go on, please.
So, on security, that if you are talking of economy, everybody knows that the economy is doing very well. The developed world is respecting us just because our economy is doing well. The US is fighting alongside Nigerian soldiers now because our economy is doing well. So on security, let me begin by saying Tinubu is the first. You can see that the investment he has invested in our defense has skyrocket to the highest level, and you can see that is decentralizing everything that could make, because when it is well locally, when it is well with community, the borderline, it will be well nationally. So that's why it has to be decentralizing all the security apparatus. Look at the police academy being decentralized. Look at the Nigerian Army Training Center being decentralized. Look at the even Air Force training, being decentralized. You have Enugu, you have Ebonyi State, you have Osun State, and you have Ogun State being decentralized. And we're also pushing that this thing, the NDA should also be decentralized to southern and northern part like Kwara and other part of the country. So, and the spate of the insecurity, you can see the trend is always there that when election is coming on, this has always been the trend.
Let me come in here, Mr. Atoyebi.
All these things
Mr. Atoyebi, let me come in here because what your party, the APC, I believe you belong to the APC, has consistently said is that let's not politicize it. So you saying that this is a trend is because the election is coming, is politicizing it and making light of a very serious matter. But I want to just probe some of the things that you have said. One of it is that the economy is doing a lot better. Can you give us the indices? Well, how have you measured the prosperity of the economy in detail? And then you
you also say that insecurity is better under this administration. Well, many people would beg to differ. Even the Senate yesterday had quite a robust conversation across party lines as to how we can solve the insecurity challenges under this administration. In a very brief way, just share with us, because this is an ideological conversation. So break it down for us this morning.
Okay, so on the economy that is doing well, number one, no developed world, no serious country take you serious when you are subsidizing for consumption, like subsidizing for fuel, subsidizing your FX, and subsidizing for actually everything. So the first thing that make us where we are, make us stable, economically stable, and making the whole world respecting us now is because the fuel subsidy, which was the cancer on our economy, every logical person, every sound economist, not to talk of those that just want to, those opposition or those ones that are angry because they are not in power, everyone believed that this first subsidy should go, which the president did his first day he entered office. It was in his manifesto action plan that this will be removed, which he did. Then subsidizing naira was dollar was also removed. These are the most, everybody know that this has to go. But there was no courage, there was no vision, and there was no knowledge.
Just one word responses. First of all, the last time you filled up your fuel tank, how much did it cost you? Full tank in your car. Just one word, one sentence. Sorry.
Can I?
No, just how much was it? How much? It's a simple question. Yes, the last time you filled up your fuel tank, how much was it?
What? The last time I can barely
when
hear
you poured when you poured fuel in your car the last time, how much was it?
Yes. I bought fuel for 1,150.
The full tank. How much was the full tank in total for the whole tank?
Yes, 157,000.
157,000. How much is minimum wage?
Yeah. Minimum wage, that is not how things work.
No, I'm just asking because I'm just wondering whether
I'm a businessman. I'm not
no
a civil
problem,
servant.
but I mean,
if I bought for 157,000, does not mean a civil servant any minimum wage of 70,000 should be buying fuel.
They shouldn't buy. They should just buy what's within their limits. Okay, no problem, Mr. Atoyebi. Unfortunately, yes. No. Your point is duly noted. It's fairly made. Thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Bamidele Atoyebi, for shedding some light on some of the developments in the past 3 years.